Hi, there's a topic I want to discuss. You know, a lot of people is not aligned with me with a lot of the philosophy. We got difference of opinions. And a lot of it stem from like the fact that we been taught wrong as far as, our religious belief. Before we go further, let me make something clear. All of us inside of us got some type of true religion in us. It's built into your DNA and genetics. So it works in a sense like this. Like when we was first in Atlantis and Numeria, we was already spiritual beings. We already followed a code and religious ethics or whatever belief system with a God. That's it. It was nothing else. It was just a God. As time went on and epochs took place, we had different opinions because of what different people saw. So you had some people who only saw, God and only know the concept of that. We call those the ancient ones. Then you have those that saw the separation from the sun and the earth. So they got good and evil. So they see life through good and evil. So when you see people like that, the Christians especially, they come from the epoch of the second epoch, which is when, the earth separated from the sun. And then you have the third group, which is the conscious group. That group, they come from the Trinity, when the moon separated from the earth, when the earth had separated already from the sun. So those is the conscious group and what we call the Christ consciousness. Those is the ones that's here to awaken everybody else, because they have separation of the three. They caught the purest energy at the end. You got to realize, when we was inside the sun, that was the start of the alchemy. That's alchemy being done by the gods or God, because of the simple fact it's transmutation and purification taking place. So it's like you take all the mixed gold or something that has gold and another metal in it, and you put it all together in one, and you blend it up. It's going to have to be burnt to separate all the different stuff that's in it so you could identify it. Well, that's what we do. When we was in the sun, everything was in a purification stage of alchemy. Now, after that, we wind up separating, and you had just the earth and the moon as one, Tiamat, and the sun separated by itself. You got the moon inside the earth, which rendered creatures and beasts, a whole bunch of different animals. It was the world of where creatures and animals come from, which is our first history as black people. We was always there from that first beginning, but so was the other race of people, but they couldn't manifest in those type of conditions. So the first to flourish and to live was actually from the black race, which is shadow beings. Whoa, excuse me. These shadow beings now can be seen in the stories like of Lovecraft, when he talk about the Chicxulub and all those people, these alien races that came from Venus and other star systems, Saturn, that not just cultivated the earth, but also civilized the people that was on it. So, these is our stories as black people of who we are. These stories is all hidden and we're wiped out. If you look at tribal stuff, anything to do with our ancient African past, there is none. Although genetics and science, everybody equate that we all came out of Africa. But when it comes to information and data, all information and data comes out of Sumer, Babylon, anywhere east of Africa. Why is that? Why all of a sudden that if we all come from Africa, there's no data supporting that? But yet y'all claim it. The artifacts from Africa is all missing. There's no proof of nothing. There's no proof that Africans even participated in anything historically great. There's no proof that they have anything to do with medicine. There's no proof of them having any architecture, any type of skills, and nothing. We're just left with a book and books upon philosophy of these European Greeks, Romans, and whatever else culture that they pretend to be, and they just equate their existence to Asiatic, Oriental, Indian style, and very few information is ever equated to Africa. There's a purpose for that, and we're going to find out why. Hold on.